Yeah, I think China is a really interesting space because I mean, there's just so much growth there. You're dealing with a population that's about four times, the U.S. and an economy that's been growing at roughly 7% a year, and a lot of tech companies that I think are really on par with what we think of the FANG stocks or the big tech stocks here in the U.S. So and then on the flip side, you have some of the issues that have come up in the last few months. But so it's certainly there's no shortage of news out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. So just a silly question for us viewers watching. You mentioned 7% GDP growth. Is that a good number?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think in the U.S. we've been more close to percent. I mean, you compare it, 7% is really better than anywhere in the developed world right now, and even most of the emerging markets we think of, whether that's India or Africa or Latin America. So yeah, I mean, I think that number is forecasted to slow down, but it's still it's been a high growth market for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I often talk about China being the largest e-commerce market in the world. Not only do they have a massive population, but they have a massive growing middle class as well.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's become a huge consumer market. I believe it's the biggest retail market right now, or it's surpassed the U.S. in addition to being the biggest e-commerce market. So we might traditionally think of it as more of a manufacturing powerhouse, but really, yeah, it's become similar in from the consumer standpoint. And you look at a lot of American companies like Starbucks or Nike have found huge markets over there as well.
Oh yeah, you mentioned Starbucks. They that's a huge growth avenue for them, and they've been wildly successful in the Chinese market. Who would have thought premium coffee would sell in
Sure.
China? But
Yeah, they didn't
um,
even drink coffees.
yeah. It was definitely a tea market, and I know they started doing that, but the coffee's caught on.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that's a credit to Starbucks or what. But
Yeah, who knows? It's maybe a chicken and the egg thing.